Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Hey everybody, it's Paula Jedi and we're back for another crazy episode of Out of Time, your source for time travel and fringe science news and whatever else I feel like sneaking in here. Man, I had some computer drama. My video card fan went berserk and started making really loud noises like a jet airliner. At first I thought it was the power supply, later found out it was the video card. So I took it out and I cleaned it so I could get the part number to order a new fan, and then I put it back in and now it's quiet. So I thought, I need to get the show recorded before it decides to go berserk again on me. At any rate, last time, which seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? Like a few weeks ago, I mentioned Razimus of Hoax Hunter was going to announce his findings about his John Titor research. And guess what? He did. You can see his video by going on YouTube and searching for Hoax Hunter, and he determined that Maury Haber was indeed the John Titor hoaxster. Now, I do have an interesting twist on this story that a Twitter friend named Where Am I suggested to me. I don't want to take credit for it. He said that, okay, maybe Titor was a hoax, but what if that was an intentional hoax put forth to send a message? Like maybe a time traveler instructed him to do it, or somebody else, like an alien, told him to send this message out. This is, of course, hypothetical. I'm not sure I really believe it, because I need evidence before I personally believe in things. But think about it. If you are a time traveler wanting to send a message to other time travelers, or perhaps even just change the timeline by using the internet, you could create a false time traveler as a decoy, knowing that people aren't going to track you down, but they're going to try to track down that decoy, correct? And this could be a really interesting way to do it. Now, do I believe that? Well, like I said, I need evidence, but if anyone feels like looking more into it, go for it. Another theory is that perhaps Maury Haber created this story and didn't realize that his predictions were psychic predictions. I like to call this phenomena accidental art. I'll give you an example. I think I might have already mentioned this on the show, but it fits in here perfectly. There's a band I really love called Dream Theater. They released an album called Live Scenes from New York on 9/11. The problem is the art on the cover showed New York City and the Twin Towers on fire. My question has always been, did the artist really know that this was going to happen? Or did he just make the art? It just came to him. I call that being accidentally psychic. I mean, I think we are all psychic, but I think you can create art and not realize that while you're creating it, you're seeing the future. So maybe that kind of thing can happen. I don't know. Anyway, it's all just food for thought. Feel free to go to the comments below and discuss it. And in the meantime, we have smartphones, we have smart appliances and smart TVs. And guess what's next? Smart clothing. A new product was revealed at the CES in Las Vegas. Jeans that give you directions. They will vibrate on your left or right hip to tell you which direction to go. I'm assuming, of course, that they connect to your phone via Bluetooth. I'm not sure how handy these would be, considering in the United States, at least in Florida, we drive everywhere because we don't have a lot of sidewalks here. But in big cities like New York and other cities around the world, I suppose it would be handy because they walk all the time. Other cool new technology that was showcased included a digital backpack that displays your photos, eSkin, a shirt with connectors that monitors your movement, your breathing, your vital signs, etc., a smart trash can that can determine when you're out of something and order more, and bikinis that buzz when you've been out in the sun too long. Is the common cold a thing of the past? A common cold vaccine is in the works that directs the virus's immune response to the virus's outer shell. And scientists believe that it will become available in less than 10 years. I have my doubts. I don't doubt the effectiveness of the vaccine, but I think a lot of the over-the-counter cold medicine companies will lose a lot of money, so they will probably try to stop this vaccine from being given out. Think about it. We are more behind on technology than we should be, not because the technology doesn't exist, but because people wouldn't get rich. Example, Nikola Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower. Wireless power created years ago. The tower was torn down because they couldn't figure out a way to make money off it. How do you bill someone with wireless power? We shouldn't have all these cords. We shouldn't be fighting with the vacuum cleaner cord or have this cluster mess. I want to say cluster, F-U-C-K. This cluster mess underneath your desk of wires. It shouldn't be there because Tesla invented the technology. But because of money and greed, we do not get to enjoy it. I think the same thing would happen with the common cold vaccine. When they find out they're not going to make money off these over-the-counter cold medicines, these companies are going to be upset. And finally, there are people out there that not only believe the earth is flat, but some also believe the sun is just a projection and that we live under a celestial dome. This is, of course, all in theory, because I personally have not been able to find any evidence to support this. Again, I need evidence. I mean, I like to think about things, but without the evidence, I can't say for sure I believe it. The moon is, of course, also a giant spaceship. Sometimes it's an optical illusion or a projection as well. And people that make that claim haven't explained what they think tides are caused by. But what do I know, right? So I'm sorry for being sarcastic, but I'm not one of those people who believes all science is false and that there's this big, huge conspiracy hiding all truth from us, except, of course, about aliens and UFOs. That's a whole other ball of wax. But I don't think NASA is trying to hide the fact that the Earth is round. We have photos everywhere. You can sail around the world if you want evidence of that one. If you don't fall off the edge of the Earth and you come back to where you started, there you go. The Earth is round. But what do I know? I'm just a Jedi. Sorry, folks, we are out of time. I know we were having too much fun. I'm thinking about having a surprise guest very soon. I've been promising the poor guy that I would get him some interview questions, but I'm going to keep it a secret because I want to surprise everybody. So stay tuned. Hopefully next time I'll get up the nerve to interview this guy, and I will let you know when that happens, okay? See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Bye-bye.